guys, welcome back to our channel, Livin the Newcomb Life. I'm Dawn and this is Jerry. And this is kind of the beginning of our gardening season, at least our gardening season when it comes to our seeds and plants. Jerry has been working hard for a couple months now, getting things prepared outside, but we kind of wanted to touch base today on what our plans are for plants in our garden this year. And from what we hear, I'm very thankful that Jerry started ordering seeds early and we started picking up our seeds early this year, because from what we hear, all the seed companies are selling out of everything they have. So it's going to be really important to get your seeds purchased early, like now. If you haven't already purchased them, you may have a difficult time. So we're going to start off and let you know what we plan to plant this year. We have all kinds of really neat and exciting things going to go on in our backyard. Just to let you all know, we live in suburban Virginia. We don't have a homestead. We have barely 1/4 of an acre of property. So our garden is not very big, but this year we're looking to expand into some really exciting stuff that we'll share with you along the way. So I'm going to pass this off to Jerry so he can show you the seeds that he purchased online this year.
Right. So like Dawn said, apparently finding seeds has been pretty difficult if you haven't already done it. Luckily, we've had a garden in the past, so I purchased some of our seeds online. I got 6 varieties from seedman.com, and Dawn really likes cucumbers, so we got 3 cucumber varieties. We got the Calypso hybrid cucumber, the gherkin cucumber, and Eversweet hybrid cucumber. The reason why we really concentrated on those 3 varieties is because they are supposed to produce more female flowers, but yet they're supposed to be very good pollinators. What it's supposed to do is give us a much bigger yield as far as cucumbers go. The other things that we got were early wonder beets, and we also got the hailstone radish, which is also known as the ping pong radish. We've never grown the ping pong radish before. We've just grown the regular box store variety. These are supposed to be about the size of a ping pong ball and pure white, and they're supposed to be very mild. So we're actually kind of looking forward to those this year. The other thing that I bought online was the St. Valerie carrots, and I got that from Seed King Express. And
so we watch another YouTuber that has a homestead up in New Hampshire,
northern New Hampshire,
called Lumna Acres. And when they pulled their carrots out of the ground, we were amazed at how beautiful their carrots looked. And so Jerry reached out to Al at Lumna Acres and asked them what type of carrots they had planted. And so what type of carrots did they tell you?
The St. Valerie carrots, and we got 250 seeds. I have no idea if we're going to actually be able to use that much. Our garden really isn't that big. And we're probably going to try to plant these in containers this year, only because our soil is full of clay, and it, as much as I try to till, it just doesn't go as deep as we would like. We had planted carrots in the past, but they just really didn't do that well. But the seeds are tiny, and it's going to be somewhat of a challenge to grow, but we're going to do our best.
So just to let you all know, we have planted gardens for many, many years, just a small garden. But the biggest thing is we bought our seeds at the big box stores, or sometimes plants, depending on how soon or how late we ended up getting things together to do a garden in the past. So this year we're trying a lot of different varieties that we've never tried before because we kind of want to figure out which ones we like so that we can continue to grow those particular varieties. So we have a smorgasbord of all different things to try out this year. So a good portion, or maybe 90% of these, are things that we have never grown these particular varieties before. So everything that I have here laid out, I got from a big box store or some type of local store, except these cucumbers. So I ordered these from Baker's Creek. They are an heirloom cucumber, and they were supposed to also have lots of the female flowers. So we may plant one or two of these this year to try it out and see how this goes. So these are called Biet Alpha cucumbers. So that is the only one here that is laid out on the table that came from a online. The only other thing would be one of our flowers, but I'll get to that later. So we picked up a couple of seeds from a local store that we have here, kind of local to us. It's called Rural King. Fabulous store. Lots of really cool things for homesteading, lots of things for animals, and we picked up our seeds a couple months ago from them. So we got spaghetti squash because we love spaghetti squash, and we're going to try to grow that this year. We've never grown spaghetti squash before. We picked up Crimson Giant radishes. I am currently doing a low-carb diet, and on the low-carb diet, people have said that you can use radishes in replacement of potatoes. I have not tried it yet. So my plan is, with our garden this year and having different varieties of radishes, we're going to try this out. So we did get these Crimson Giant radishes. We also got a Chinese white winter radish, which is a long, skinny radish that is all white, not red on the outside like the typical radish that we see in the grocery store. So we're going to try that. We also got several different varieties of tomatoes. So we got a cherry tomato, which I'm not a huge fan of, but Jerry and our children love these tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes don't usually even make it into the house. They get eaten in the garden while they're doing gardening, while they're mowing lawn. So the rest of the family loves the cherry tomato. So we always plant a couple of those. We also got beefsteak tomato plants. And the funny thing about these two items and cauliflower and peas is I got these at the Dollar Tree. 4 for $1. You cannot beat $1 for 4 packs of seeds. So if you, I don't know if it's too late or not, but check your Dollar Tree to see if you can get seeds there. So I got the beefsteak tomatoes and the cherry tomatoes there as well. Then at Ace Hardware, I picked up Roma tomatoes. I'd like to try to make tomato sauce or tomato paste or can some type of tomatoes this year, and we feel like this might be a good alternative. And if you've seen our Brunswick stew video on how to make Brunswick stew, I'm sorry, not Brunswick stew, the macaroni salad video, Grandma Honey recommends Roma tomatoes. So we'll see how this goes. We're going to try these this year. I also picked up the cauliflower, and we have 2 varieties of cauliflower that I picked up. This one came from Rural King, and it is an early snowball Y cauliflower. And then this one came from the Dollar Tree, and this is a snowball X. What Y and X mean, I have no idea, but we're going to try them this year. I also picked up a thing of peas. I'm going to try this. I think I may try this in a grow bag. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. But I did pick that up. I also got from Rural King turnip seeds. We're going to try turnips. We've never grown turnips before. So we're going to try this and see how this goes. And then for vegetables, this is the last item. We got some premium flat Dutch cabbage, and I am going to try to grow these probably in a grow bag.
Right.
So we'll see how it goes. I think cabbage is really pretty when it grows. So nothing else will have pretty cabbage. And then the last thing that I have here is some flowers. I have wanted for years to grow morning glories. And so we're going to try to grow some morning glories. And we have actually had most of these seeds for a very long time, not even sure that they're going to germinate. But we have them and we're going to try them this year. I also have always wanted to grow snapdragons. My grandma Flossie grew them in her front yard. I helped her plant them when I was a little girl. Brings back very fond memories. So I am going to try snapdragons this year. And then very lastly, we grew these last year around our garden. Marigolds are supposed to help keep certain rodents out of your garden, and so we planted these around the perimeter of our garden last year. It really made the garden look really pretty. Yeah. And so we're going to plant these again this year, and these are a French marigold. They're more of a, instead of being the bright yellow marigold, they're a little bit more yellow orangish.
Yeah.
I just liked the color. On here it says they're also called a Petulia Strawberry Blonde, and there are 100 seeds in here, and we used every one of these last year to go around our garden. So you'll get to see that as the season progresses and we get closer to gardening season. And that concludes all of the seeds that we have for this year. So we have a bunch to plant. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you'd like to come along on our gardening journey this spring or any of the other videos that we post, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. And if you would, share this video with your friends on social media. That really helps us to grow our channel. Thanks for coming along on the journey, and we'll see you as spring progresses. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.